Okay. Welcome. While you guys roll on in my sensations, let me go ahead and drop the disclaimer. This site is for education and entertainment purposes, and therefore everything that I say after this, you guys, is allegedly. Okay, so I am going to wait until you all roll on in, come on in the house of Cynt said it. And when you come in, go ahead and hit the like button, please, and share and subscribe. Thank you to all my subscribers, my sensations. Thank you all. And I hope you all are having a nice day, night on this good Tuesday. We got some things we got to talk about, you guys, okay? I'm going to give you all time to get in. Yes, I'm going to give you all time to roll on in because we have some things to talk about. We have comedian AJ, you guys that have passed away, and we all know him from Friday. Okay, yes, welcome. Hello, welcome. And we have our Kelly update, you guys, and we're going to talk about Nicki Minaj on the vaccines and what's going on with her and why everybody's so mad at her. And we're going to also, we got to talk about the Haitians and what's going on over in Del Rio at the border, you guys. Rest in peace to AJ. Yes, Ezel. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, oh, Ezel is gone. I want to share my screen and hold on. Because I was watching I actually saw. Okay, so basically, shout out to the Shade Room, you guys. Ezel, AJ Johnson, you all from Friday. Players Club. I got the hookup. You guys, he played on a couple of things. So right here, it said that roommates, we are sending our deepest condolences to the loved ones of Anthony AJ Johnson. According to TMZ, his nephew confirmed his passing and said that he was found lifeless in a store earlier this month in Los Angeles. He was taken to the hospital and pronounced deceased. At the time, a cause of death has not been determined. Okay. Again, AJ is known for starring in films such as Friday, I Got the Hookup, Players Club, and more, you guys. Yeah, so that's a tragedy. That is a tragedy. Yeah, so shout out to him. Some sources said he was 55. Other sources said he was 56. I don't know, 55 or 56. Still, that's young to pass and in such in a store. I don't know what the case was regarding the store. I don't know, but yeah. So he passed in the store. Yes, absolutely. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Shout out, salute in the building, Quisha and Tanya. Salute. Okay, so I want to talk about what's going on with Nicki Minaj, you guys. I'm going to talk about what she talked about in the Twitter post and why is everybody so upset at her. And basically, she just said she got to do more research. Okay, so why are they so mad at her about saying she got to do more research? I have no idea. But they're saying, there's it's a lot. With that, they invited her to the White House. Nicki Minaj said, no, this, they lied about a lot of stuff. They invited her and then turned around and said they didn't invite her. And she was like, why would I lie about something like that? So, yeah. Yes. Yep. And I used to didn't like Nicki, and I ain't gonna even lie, but I have a whole new level of respect for her. And I'm gonna ride with her on this one. And I just pray and hope that she don't flip like Nick Cannon did, allegedly. That's her opinion and her choice. Exactly. It is. Exactly. The thing about it is, right now with society and the way Black Twitter is going on. Yes, shout out to you, sis. You sis, yes, keep it up. Yes. So basically, you all, Nicki Minaj said she got to do more research on the vaccine, which everybody is saying that. What do they want to or expect us to do? Go ahead and take this vaccine without doing any research? Allegedly, that's what they want us to do. Because I'm confused as to why they're so upset at her for speaking that. Is because of the audience. They want her to persuade the audience one way, but in reality, she just keeping it real. And yeah, they're trying to discredit her so no one will listen to her. Yeah, that's exactly what they're trying to do. And they're not done with her. And I hate that. I really do hate that. She's really going to have to be careful now, even with the case that's going on with her husband. I think something, I don't know. This is just my thoughts. People that are fully vaccinated are still catching COVID and dying. Exactly, exactly. And that's another thing. Okay. So this is my whole thing with Nicki. And I'm gonna drop the link because I want to know what y'all think. I'm gonna drop the link early on this one because here's the thing. Everybody know Nicki has large, over millions, I think, like what they said, 20-some million, 22 million followers, something like that. Okay. So basically, they wanted to invite her to the White House to use her to voice her opinion on the vaccine and on taking it. They want her to persuade her followers to take the vaccine. But because she was like, no, because I haven't even done no research, so why would I tell my followers, millions of followers, to take it, and I haven't even done my research on it. So this is why they're so upset with Nicki Minaj, you guys, on the vaccine. So Nicki was like, okay, she's standing her ground on this, you guys, and I'm so glad that she is, because any other time, and what my thing is, she done called out a couple of other people too, like, well, everybody that's feeling like me, this is what she's saying, allegedly, everybody that's feeling like me, they just scared to say it. It's a lot of them feeling like me. They just scared to open their mouth and say it. So yes, this is why more research has to be done, because yes, people are out there still getting COVID with the vaccine, fully vaccinated. Okay. I think they said it was Chris Rock. Somebody, one of them has tested positive for COVID and is fully vaccinated. So I'm just confused right now as to why they're saying that people that's unvaccinated are the ones that's dying, when it's really the ones that are vaccinated. Okay. And I don't want to talk too much. Chris Rock. Okay. So Chris Rock, he's been vaccinated. Okay. But then he goes and announced that he has COVID. So, it's crazy. Make it make sense. It's crazy. I didn't want to get in too much into that vaccine, you guys, because we already know how they do. Hey, sis, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling better. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. We were praying for you and your husband. We was praying for a speedy recovery because, honey, I already know how heart attack is a deadly and silent killer.
Yep, it
It's a
sure is.
blessing. It's just a blessing. It's a blessing that brother-in-law's okay.
It's an eye opener for sure.
Definitely. Definitely.
We worry about the only things we can control, because stress will kill you, and this food that they putting out here will kill you. It's just so many things. So I'm just thanking God for his life right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I also want to say on the vaccine, my uncle that passed away, he was fully vaccinated. So um, it doesn't even matter if you have the shot or not. But I do also believe too that they're blaming a lot of these deaths on COVID, when I guess people ain't dying from cancer, high blood pressure, diabetes, um, flu. I guess people ain't dying from other things other than COVID because that's what they putting on everybody's death certificate is COVID. When my uncle
Hmm.
had other underlying health conditions, but that was not something that they said he died from. So
Yeah, yeah,
thank you, Quisha, for the prayers. I appreciate it.
absolutely, absolutely.
But
Yes,
yeah, it's people that's fully vaccinated are getting uh, are getting COVID and they're dying from it. So
yes, absolutely. They are. It's sad. It's a lot going on. I'm wondering what happened with AJ by them finding him lifeless in the store. I
I
wonder
wonder
what
what
was
kind
up
of
with.
store was it, or did he pass out? Did he? Because a heart attack. And from my husband's experience, that day that he had his, he had just brought me back from the emergency room because I had a kidney stone. Didn't know what it was, but just now, if that's the most painful shit I've ever experienced, and I've gave birth.
Yeah,
And he was talking to me normally when we were in the emergency room. He went and got my prescription, came back home, brought me my medicine, brought me something to drink, and then all of a sudden he just broke out in this sweat, couldn't talk, felt like he wanted to throw up, and that's what it was.
dang.
So I just happened, just glad that he wasn't driving or at work because no one would have
Yes,
been there to call 911. But so a heart attack is like that. It just happens all of a sudden. I mean, did he die from a heart attack? Just fell out in the store shopping or whatever? Because you can be normal 1 minute and then not in the next few seconds. So
that's true. That is so true. It's the same thing happened with my dad when he left the house. So you just never know when you leave the house. You know. Yes, shout out to one of my moms, my daughter in the building, coming from off a big old live. Oh my goodness, praying for you. Oh yeah, praying for you and your husband. That's what my cousin said. She's praying for you and your husband also, sis.
thank you, Veronica. I appreciate it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay, so sis, while I have you on the live, I don't know how long you can stay on the live. I do want to briefly ask you, what have you been hearing as far as the R. Kelly update? Because I do know that the defense has now um, started. They started on Monday. We're bringing forth
Yeah.
their witness. How is it
hmm
going in the courtroom?
Well, they're having short days because from what I'm hearing from the people that are actually there in the courtroom, um, they had to make arrangements for witnesses, their
Mm-hmm.
lodging, they have to pay for them to get here or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to have like a whole shitload of witnesses like the government did because they don't have to prove anything. They just have
Right.
to, because he's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But what they're doing now is just calling like character witnesses. And, I think they said that they're going to call a couple of other witnesses that was for the government to be on the defense to testify. But
Mm-hmm.
today, a person that used to be his accountant testified, and it's really a shame how much people were stealing from R. Kelly. Probably according to his account, he's probably should be worth over $1 billion, close to $1 billion,
And I can
and
see that.
he don't. And now he's negative, I think $3 million in debt,
Oh wow.
and people stole from him because he didn't keep up with anything. He just toured consistently, and R. Kelly when he was out, he was always somewhere touring or
Mm-hmm.
having a
Mm-hmm.
show or whatever.
Yep.
People was just stealing from him left and right. He didn't even know his social security number. People
What?
had control over his social. They had um, control over his all of his bank accounts. Um, just it's sad.
You didn't
And
know
they're
his
supposed
social?
no he because since he's been in the he's always I don't know why he would know his social. I mean
I
he's
know,
illiterate.
like who doesn't know they damn social now?
Well, that's
Damn.
just what they're saying. The accountant is saying he didn't know his social. Everybody had control over everything except Robert. So they are supposed to rest by Friday. So it will be in the hands of the jury by Friday. But what they are saying is they overcharged him. Like they're gonna lose probably on that alone because the charges don't match.
Yeah.
They just wanted him to be prosecuted until they overcharge. Because if you overcharge someone, you either gonna lose or there's gonna be a, what do you call it? Uh, reach not
Mistrial.
reach miss yes, because what they're charging him for, they have not proved any of that racketeering, and th- they haven't proved any of that. So
Right.
now the prosecution is trying to get the jury instructions changed
Mm-hmm.
this late in the game.
Yes.
This y'all thought y'all overcharged. Now you want to change how the instructions are read to the jury, but it's not going to work. But anyway, it's supposed to be over Friday, so we'll see.
And I'm glad. I will be glad when it's over.
Me too, girl.
Welcome, welcome, and Latasha Parker, my mod in the building, sis in the
And but
building.
hey, Tasha, they also are saying that the charges that he have in Chicago could possibly be dismissed.
That's good. Okay, so they also are saying that basically a lot of those witnesses, their credibility was kind of shot.
Yeah, because
After,
they end up being, at the end of the day, when the defense started questioning them, they end up being a help to him, even the so-called victims.
yeah,
Like they
yeah,
lied, they weren't even credible. The judge even was like, their testimony is just some of they. It's not even credible. It's just it's lies. So no one was underage, guys. No one. They
yeah,
even said it themselves. They were not underage.
yeah. And a lot of the parents knew a lot of
Yes,
what was going on, so
they
that played
sold their
big
kids to this man.
part. Basically, you know.
Hmm.
So um, now this is the part that's really getting gonna disturb a lot of us that is in the building right now, you all, because these Haitians are at the border at Del Rio, Texas. Okay, at the border, Mexico and Texas, guys. Now we already have a plane full of Taliban they done dropped off allegedly here in Texas. But to me, and I'm tell y'all, the Haitians, my hearts are going out to these Haitian people, you guys, because how they are, rolling up on them on these horses with these whips and shit. I'm not feeling it, and I don't know about y'all, but I ain't feeling that shit. It's giving me
I,
all kind of slavery vibes.
yeah, that too. But like I told you earlier today, I want to know how the fuck they got over here.
Well, okay, so allegedly, boats. They came in the boats. Allegedly, you know, they came in the boats. So us is us is we gonna find us a way to get the hell up out of when we need to get the hell up out of there.
But why Texas? Do you know how many other places they passed from Haiti to get here?
That's what I said. That's the same thing that I said. Why and why everybody keep coming to Texas? I do not have not one single clue. I don't know.
So, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we
Okay,
can hear
so
you.
I read an article and I was telling Cynthia about this early. So, whenever they had the real bad earthquake in Haiti, Mexico and a lot of those other little islands, they sent
Mm-hmm.
boats over there to help people, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of those people got on those boats, and that's how they ended up in Mexico.
Yeah.
See, Mexico, you already know that Mexico, you got the people that are from there that are trying to get out there. And see, Texas is known for being an easy state to get into because the Hispanics have been getting into it for years with no problem. So
Mm-hmm.
this has passed on to them. According to the article, this is all allegedly, and that's the reason why they came to the Texas border. Now, if you look and see, they're crossing the border just fine. It's just the
Mm-hmm.
fact that they're whipping them once they get over here. So, because if you've ever been down, and I've been down there a couple of times, it's nothing, literally,
Yeah.
but a checkpoint separating, Texas from Mexico. It's a checkpoint, but it's ways if you go either way, left or right, east or west, to get around those checkpoints and just walk through.
Mm-hmm.
So
So it's no border, no like fence or
no, and that's what they were trying to get Trump to do, is to build that wall. That's why y'all keep.
ah
But like I'm
okay.
telling you also, if you've ever been to San Diego, now I've been to the border in San Diego, there is a wall and a fence there.
Yeah, and I've been there to
So
that one. I've seen
so
that
you
one.
can't just come through California.
No.
Tijuana is on the border of San Diego
Uh-huh.
and in California. So you literally can walk right, from San Diego to into Tijuana, but there is a checkpoint that you have to go through. There's also a big old wall, and there's also a fence on top of that wall, and you can literally see the people that are on the other side of that fence trying to actually get through.
Yeah.
So it's very easy. People think it's hard. It's not, but you should know it's not hard, because with the amount of people
That's
that come
over here
have
Well,
been
illegal.
well,
coming there
my
for
thought,
years.
well, I was under the assumption, and I didn't really do a whole lot of research, but I was under the assumption that they were here straight from Haiti.
No, they came through Mexico. That's how they got to. You can't come no other way but through Mexico from the border. What
Yeah.
what other way can they come?
Yeah, I just thought that, they were in Haiti
Because
a month ago, and now they're
Houston,
here in Texas.
Houston is bordered by the Gulf of Mexico and Louisiana. So,
Mhm.
and then on the other side of us, we got what, New Mexico. So the thing about it is, they're coming through. Where they're coming from is coming through Mexico.
Because Haiti is closer to Florida, so they
It
would have
is.
been Florida would be the first stopping point for Haiti,
Exactly. Exactly. Because if
not
you ever
Texas.
been
Because
to,
so this is why I was wondering, how did they get to Texas? How did they
That's
get to
that's what I'm
Mexico?
saying.
they
Like, you
got
Because
have
to
to pass so
Mexico,
many places before you
they
get to
got to
Texas.
Mexico on boats. Think about how long ago that was when that earthquake happened. A lot of them have been traveling through Mexico since that time.
so what about once they got to Mexico, y'all? So you mean to tell me nobody in Mexico tried to stop them?
They don't. Have you been to Mexico, Cynthia?
You know, I'd have been through.
They don't give a damn who come there. They don't care who comes there. They
How
don't
come
care at all.
Haiti?
They don't care who comes into Mexico. They don't care who there, because most people, if you don't have any money, they're trying to get up out of there anyway. So
Yeah,
they just basically use that as a path to come in through Texas, because it's the easiest place. If you look up history, Texas is the easiest place to get into the country.
But
mm-hmm.
why now, I wonder? I mean, that earthquake was several months, like,
That's what I'm saying. They've been trying to get through Mexico all this time. You imagine being in a country, you don't speak the language, you don't have no resources, you don't know nobody. Mexico is huge. And
Mm-hmm.
for them, they probably came in from the southern part of Mexico. And Texas is at the northern part. According to the article that I read, these people have been trying to get here for a minute since the earthquake.
Yeah. And so basically, what's going
according
to
to
happen
what
now? This is what I want to know,
according
you
to
all.
what them folks is telling us.
Right.
Exactly, that's what they're saying, basically.
Because the
But
woman that
who's to
was at the
say?
this is just a prime example. The woman that was at the R. Kelly trial said, that the media, they stay for the prosecution part, and then when the defense get up, they leave. So the only thing that they're reporting is what the government is saying. They're not reporting the
Right,
rebuttals and the lies. They just reporting what the
right,
prosecution, the government is saying. So that's the same way. They just reporting what
right.
they think we want to hear.
Exactly. But at the same time, I believe it. To my perspective is, and this is just my opinion, allegedly, I think that Mexico helped them to get the people in Mexico helped them to get up to the Texas border.
That's what I was thinking too, because
They probably
it's
didn't
just
want them over there.
exactly.
And that's another way to get in the. I think a lot of them people from Mexico help them, because what no way first of all, they didn't want them here. This is not the first time that Haitians have tried to come here. If we go back to who was that? Clinton? Was it Clinton or Bush, Cynthia? That one that
It
sent
was
the Haitians
Bush.
back.
It was Bush.
Yeah, they've tried to get here before, but the last time they tried coming through Miami, but for some reason a whole lot of them got stopped in Miami. So I guess they said this time they're gonna come through Texas. It's not the
Mm-hmm.
first time. I just couldn't remember which one of those presidents had stopped them before. It was a whole lot of them trying to come before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
What
just
are they?
weird.
What? I just don't know. At this point, I'm just so disgusted with them and how they're handling the situation.
It's weird.
It's so
Very
fucking weird. It is. And what are they gonna do with them? Just so they right now they're just stuck there under that bridge. They got tents up, you know.
but Cynthia, that's been going on. It's been Hispanics doing that. They just down there with the rest of them. You remember not too long ago you talked about a story where the people were in that van
Yep,
illegally.
that's where they were coming from.
Mm-hmm. So
Mm-hmm.
this is something that's been going on forever. The only thing that they're surprised about now is that it's Haitians and they're trying to figure out
Mm-hmm.
how they got there
Mm-hmm.
because the Hispanics been doing it forever. I mean,
Yeah,
that's how they've been coming in the country for I don't know how long. It's just weird to me that they've never been whipped.
right.
But as
Right.
soon as the Haitians come over, then they start whipping them because you can see images of immigrants coming over for years, and you see them talking to state troopers. But I've never seen a picture or even heard a story of them whipping them.
Me either. And that's the problem I'm having
Yeah,
because it's all stemming back from we already know why.
yeah, that's true. It's just and like you said, it's weird that they brought all them Afghanistan people here with no problem.
None whatsoever.
But
But
why
why
you let
Texas?
these people in here?
Yeah, yeah. Why not? Why not let the Haitians come on over here? They are
They
people.
they let everybody else come
Yeah, they
over.
let everybody else might well let them. They are people too. Actually, they more our people than the Hispanics that bring their ass
And
over
if
here.
you
I'm just
think about it,
be
you
real.
remember 6 months ago when they brought all of them teenage boys from Mexico and put them down there in the convention center?
Yep,
It was
yep.
like 500 of them.
This is what I'm saying. And Biden he's allegedly pissed off at Fox 4 News and journalists and other news people for going down there with drones and taking photos and stuff like that because they saying they don't want those images out there, but that's just the truth. People are just putting the truth out there. So it is what it is. That what they don't want, they just don't want nobody to see that they out there whipping with got them whips out there like that. I'm just disgusted with that
You
altogether. Why the whips?
know what he reminded me of when he said that? It reminds me of the same people that be complaining when they get video recorded doing something racist.
Exactly.
He basically
Mhm.
saying we don't want to get caught on camera.
Yeah, we don't want to get caught on camera. Yeah, always trying to hide something. Yeah, yeah,
Because
they
that was the
always
worst.
trying to hide something.
That was their worst enemy. A lot of racist people. That was their worst enemy. That camera phone.
Mm-hmm. It's almost a slave. Yeah, it's almost like slavery. This it ain't no almost to it. Anytime you bringing out whips and all that, that is definitely it's giving me slave vibes.
Crazy.
But not only that, what makes me what I wonder about the Haitians. Y'all already know what type of turmoil that America is in. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
You're right there where you're around all those. You're right there by the St. Thomas, the Virgin Islands. You're right there by Puerto Rico. You're right there by
Mm-hmm.
all of those beautiful places. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? To
Mm-hmm.
skip over all of those places to come somewhere like here. Hell, we trying to get out.
Exactly. Trying to get the hell up out of here.
But it also goes to prove that how bad it must be there.
That part. Because that's what I was looking at too. For for them to go through the extreme measure that they are going through, you
Mm-hmm.
all,
Yeah.
to, it has to be it's something over
Right.
there going on. I guess ever since they assassinated their president over there, they feel like helpless or like I don't know. They say you know in order to kill the whole tribe, whatever, you got to start from the top. So they started from the top and they put fear in all the rest of the people. That's what done happened. Now the people they want to get the hell up out of there. I saw Haiti after the catastrophe, and it said, "Yeah, it is sad.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
very sad. The I seen some of the rappers because they show pictures of the patients sitting on the side of the road because there's nowhere for them to go. The hospital was destroyed. So you can probably imagine the amount of deaths that they probably had since then because they don't even have a hospital. It's real sad.
sad." So when they have when they have to be treated medically, where do they go if they don't have a hospital?
I don't know. I just know that I seen a lot of rappers
Intensive.
was trying. I know it was Future and some more rappers was trying to put money together to try to build a hospital there. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, it's got to be really really bad there to even put you and your family through that amount of whatever you're going through to even get here, just to be mistreated like they being mistreated here.
Yeah, yeah. That's when I saw the image of it. It was just stuck in my head was him on that horse with that whip. It was just giving me all kind of
It
damn.
it was
I was just
giving
waiting
me
for somebody to
look.
come out.
It was giving me Django vibes.
That's what I was just gonna say. He was giving me job. I was just waiting for somebody to come out the goddamn me crowd, like goddamn me, Jamie, and chop one of their damn heads off, or shoot one of their asses allegedly. Shit, yeah, America is definitely showing their true color. America been showing their true colors. Shit, they ain't just started. America been showing their true colors. My thing is, what's gonna happen next with them?
Right. I just
All
don't
right,
understand
what are they gonna do?
why they can't treat them like they've been treating all the other immigrants.
Yeah,
You don't have
as
you
we should
brought
feel
they
some type of
literally
way.
put the Afghanistans, the ones that they could get on the plane. We saw them because some of them couldn't make it. They was jumping on the plane, but they got a lot of them on the plane and they brought them here. I
Mm-hmm.
get it. Now you can bring them here and accommodate them, but why you want to accommodate these people? You know what they come from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know exactly where they come from, and that's the problem. That is the whole problem that I'm having with it because they know exactly where they come from, yet this is how they're being treated. As if they're nothing and nobody and like some animals or something. Like these are human beings, these are children out there,
No, that's just like
hungry and all
how
kind of stuff.
we've been treated the same way. So I mean, if we can't expect
Where
anything
y'all
more.
president and governor at though?
Yeah, I ain't no
Ro-
telling.
Who you talking about? Rolling Ray?
Hot Wheels. To my
Yeah,
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels are
Yeah,
Rolling
Hot
Ray.
Wheels and
Yeah.
Joe Biden. Where they at? Why they not? Why don't they see them people out there whipping those Haitians with
But
whips?
you know what? Tanya, even a
Well,
better
he
question.
don't care.
Have anybody seen Kamala?
You
Yeah,
ain't nobody seen her.
what Miss Harris at?
That's what I'm from. I ain't seen her since she took her oath.
Hmm.
Where they hiding her at?
They didn't hit her ass. Ain't she's supposed to be
Yeah.
over the domestic
That's what's
terrorism
weird
and
to
all
me.
that?
You have not seen this woman. I have it, and I watched all the news stations. I even watch Fox. I watch all of them because I sometimes you might miss something on somewhere else, and somebody else might give you a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
I
true.
watched all of them, and I have not seen her nowhere. So they got her head. She must be done said something she didn't have no business saying, and they said they ain't finna let her loose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My husband just said they bringing these Afghani motherfuckers over here in coach buses, but they out there whipping the Haitians.
Yeah,
Yeah. Ain't there
yeah.
some?
And giving them accommodations.
Mm-hmm.
And if they take a class, they're gonna give them an SBA loan.
Oh, I was just about to
So
say that. You took the words right out of my
They
mouth. I
giving
was
them
just about to
SBA
say,
loans and everything.
yeah,
yeah.
if they complete their class, they
Yep.
citizenship class.
Yep. They're teaching them how to
How to
apply
run
for the
business.
loan and everything.
No,
Teaching them
and
how
how
to
to
fly
run business.
how to fly planes and everything, huh?
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's speaking of plane, they over there getting drunk of making the damn plane over there trying to fix the damn Boeing, the 747, the airplane that the president allegedly is supposed to be that he fly in. You are Air Force One. How about they found tequila bottles on the on the plane, and they're not supposed to. That area is restricted from alcohol, and you all. So where did the tequila bottles come from?
I hope it
I
was the,
can't
and I
get
ain't trying to be funny. I hope it was the pilot getting drunk. They done got
right. Right. Yeah. I would give a damn. They gonna fly his ass up in there. He gonna get his ass on that plane. He yes. Yes. Thanks to all my subs. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, you are.
it's
So
sad
now
to
that they
say
shut down
though.
that border,
It's sad to say, but things are gonna get worse before they get better. Though it's
it
sad,
is.
but it's gonna get worse and worse before it gets any better. And it's the images we're seeing. This stuff has been going on. People just ain't been catching stuff on video when it comes to people of color.
Oh
It's been,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Just
Mm-hmm.
it's one thing to hear about it, but to actually see it is why so many people are in shock.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. What are your thoughts on the Nicki Minaj on what she said on she needs to do more research and why they're so angry about that? I have no idea why they're so mad at her just because she says she want to do more research.
I'm not a, you know, I've
Okay.
never been a fan of Nicki Minaj. Never.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest with you, but I can respect anybody who can stand behind their opinion without
Mm-hmm.
being bullied.
Mm-hmm.
Without being bullied, because
Mm-hmm.
we see a lot of bullying going on in the world to this day and age.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't think the same way as the majority, or if you don't do the same thing as the majority is doing, you're considered an outcast, and they try to bully you, especially if you have a platform.
And that's
So
exactly what she said too.
and so the thing about it is these they have even sent reporters to her home where she from to harass her family.
Yeah,
And
that's what
the
she said.
one lady reporter was the one she was going after that's been contacting her family. And like she said, they main thing was that's not a side effect. What she said, but by what happened with her cousin's private parts. But this is
Yeah,
the thing. Y'all can't say what everybody's side effect is. Y'all haven't done a full study. The
that's
vaccine ain't even been out a year yet. How can you
exactly.
say what you how can you say what's happening to one person? Number one, and then also number two, she said she heard. She didn't say it was factual. So it was a
Right,
story that was told to her. So
right.
for them to be attacking her for repeating something she heard on her platform is
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous to me. That's
Mm-hmm.
she could write whatever she want on her Twitter. That's her Twitter.
Exactly.
That's the thing. I don't understand anybody should want to. That's just like going to get a surgery, a cosmetic surgery, or anything. A lot of people want to do research these days. Things
Yep.
are not the same as they used to. Even the vaccines back then, we would just take them because we had to go
Yep.
to school or
To
something
go to
like that.
school.
But
Mm-hmm.
once you become an adult, you have a choice on whether you want to take
Mm-hmm.
something or not, especially if it's brand new and they came up with it in 3 to 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Most vaccines take anywhere from 10 to 50 years. If you go to the CDC website, don't just listen to me, go to the website and check yourself. Never
Yep.
has there been a vaccine created in less than 10 years in the history of creating vaccines. It's a whole
Mm-mm.
chart on the CDC website. You can go look them up. This has
Mm-hmm.
been the fastest one ever.
Yeah, and that's why it's so scary. And that's the reason people can't trust it. You can't trust something that just quickly just put out there like that without a thorough research, you know, on
But
it. Period.
but not only
It's
that,
just unheard of.
not only that, the fact that y'all are going through all these drastic measures to make people take that sends
That
up a
part.
red flag.
That part.
Because when, as Black folks, have we ever been given anything from the government for free
For
that didn't
free.
have any consequences or
No
side effects?
attachment to it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Never.
When they try to pay us to get anything,
Hmm.
when have they tried to pay us? They're literally paying people to take a vaccine. That's scary.
Yeah,
And
it's
they
very
don't see
scary.
that. They would probably get more people to get vaccinated if they stopped trying to push the agenda so hard.
Exactly.
They're going about it the wrong way. You trying to bully people and
Education
isolate
and
people.
mandating and all that.
Yeah, and discriminate against people all because they're making a choice with their body. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
thing. They want to get mad about the abortion, but that I figure that's the same thing. That's somebody's body, their choice. They want
Yeah,
to say, well, Texas wrong for banning the abortion. Okay, well, y'all wrong for trying to put people out of their jobs for not taking a vaccine. That's still
exactly.
something that has to do with somebody's body.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But
And
it's
nobody
okay.
but
But it's not okay to tell somebody what to do with their body when it's an abortion. But it's okay when it's a vaccine.
right.
I mean, make it make sense.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. This is why I'm so disgusted with them. This whole Biden administration. They done came in and just basically created a whole realm of shit. One thing after the next have been
Right.
happening ever since he got
And,
in
and
office, y'all.
and
I'm
he
gonna
done
tell you
went so
something.
far is to try to sue Texas for the abortion. Now you'll do all that
Mm-hmm.
for abortion, but then you want to tell people that they gotta get this. It don't make sense to me. That's
It
still
doesn't.
somebody doing something to their own body. I
Yeah.
don't have a right to make a choice about a vaccine, but I got a right to make a choice about an abortion.
Right. About a baby, a life, a whole human life.
Yeah, they want to be able to say, oh, okay, the abortions is okay. We don't have control over people's body, but at the same time, we want control over your body because we want to put this vaccine in. I just don't get that. That is
Yeah,
so crazy to me.
it is. It's definitely crazy.
You got to keep the same energy. If you're gonna tell me that it's supposed to be my choice whether or not I get an abortion, why it ain't my choice whether or not I get a vaccine?
Mm-hmm. And why
But
get
they
mad at Nicki Minaj because she got all these millions of followers, and you all want her to say one thing. Y'all really want her to persuade her followers into taking the shit.
exactly. Mhm.
That's what y'all really want to do.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And then, like with the Chris Rock thing, he was advocating for the vaccine. He was going out telling everybody to go get it. He was on the Breakfast Club. He was going everywhere. But then you post saying that you have COVID now and you have severe symptoms, and if you wouldn't wish that on nobody, and you want everybody to get vaccinated, that's not going to encourage people to get vaccinated. And you've already been vaccinated, and you have severe symptoms. When they keep telling us, well, if you vaccinated, if you do get it, you won't have severe symptoms. Make it make sense.
Yeah, it don't make sense. So that wasn't a good example.
That was a good example. That he should have kept that to himself.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got everybody looking at you crazy because you've been running around here telling everybody to get it. Now you on here complaining about how bad you feel, but you still want people to get it.
Yeah,
Make it make sense.
that shit is crazy. It's crazy. I'm just disgusted with the United States. I have my passport. I don't even know where to go. Shit, because all the fucked up right now. I mean, I just got. It seemed like I was so excited to get my damn passport, got my shit, and don't know where to fucking go. That's
No, it's crazy.
can't go no damn where. Can't go nowhere. It's it's shit is crazy. And R. Kelly over there, you know what? Free R. Kelly. And I'm gonna say this: free R. Kelly, y'all, because at the end of the day, all them women sitting up there lying their ass off, allegedly. Okay, and the defense basically proved that. So, but yeah, we talked about that. We talked about R. Kelly. We talked about Nicki Minaj. We talked about the Haitians, you all. And last, I want to talk about when I asked you all to drop y'all comments, y'all don't have to just drop them in the live chat, my sensations. After the video is over, when y'all are going back to watch the video as well, it's okay to go ahead and what y'all think. Because if the previous video, I asked some questions in the video in the live, because I wanted to know what you guys' thoughts were on the topic. And so when I go back to the video, I do read the comments, so it's okay for you all to put the comments in there. And I just wanted to, stress that it's free, also. It is also free to hit that subscribe button, y'all. It's free too. So yeah, any other thoughts, you guys, on any of the topics that we talked about?
No, I'm gonna drop back down to the comments. My phone about to die.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, sis. Any last thoughts?
Nope. Free R. Kelly.
Yes, free R. Kelly. Okay,
And
sis.
everybody do what they think is right. You know, if anything on here that was said that y'all got doubts or questions about, research it yourself.
Mm-hmm. That's all
Because
you got to
Google
do.
listening to you anyway. So
Well,
just
yeah.
go on and Google and research yourself.
Oh, yeah.
It's,
Most
it's just sad what
definitely.
they're doing to those people in Haiti.
Yeah, I
That's
really
from
hate
Haiti.
I really, really hate that. Because, shout out to them. Prayers going out to them, because
Yeah.
we actually don't know what's going on in Haiti to make them people do all that to get over here in such extreme measures, risk their lives. So it's something going on over
Oh,
there.
also I heard that there is a allegedly there is a outbreak of measles.
Oh, yeah, I did. I did hear that. Mm-hmm.
Most of us are vaccinated from the measles, so I don't think that that's a concern for us. But yeah, I heard that they got a lot of cases of it down there.
Mm-hmm. And see, so that's another thing now we got to be concerned about, because keep in mind, since they're here in Texas, so now we got to be concerned about another disease outside of COVID.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's just one thing after the next. Well, I do appreciate you joining the panel, sis, and I'm glad that you and brother-in-law are doing much, much better.
Thank you so
Because
much. We appreciate it.
yes, 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 always, always, always appreciate you all. And I am going to, let's see, they're trying to take us out by any means necessary. Yeah, if it's not the water. And that's another thing, you guys, with that volcano erupting over there in Africa. I know y'all heard about that too, the volcano that erupted in Africa. So now they're saying the East Coast is at danger, you all. Like, literally in danger, from Florida on up to the East Coast, New York, all that is in danger. I haven't been to church in a while, but we're living in the last days. Yeah, but you know what? It's funny you said that, because somebody made a comment last week, and like, why older people, not grandparents? We heard that so much back in the day, you guys. We living in my last days. We living in our last days. That's been said for so long, but I really feel it right now. I really feel that we are right now, really. Um,
Me
so
too.
yeah, definitely going to pray for Haiti. Definitely got to pray for Haiti, you all, because I feel sorry for them people. I really do. I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for them. So yeah, that's that on that. Then, sis, if you want, I would drop you back down in the
Okay.
comments, and
Okay.
I would,
Thanks everybody.
and absolutely, absolutely, we appreciate you, sis, and my mod back in the building. Yes. Have a good night, sis. Okay, you guys. So again, I want to thank all my sensations. Okay, I want to thank you all, my day ones, and I want to thank you all for coming in I do see the new subs when they come in, and I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. It is absolutely free to hit the subscribe button. So I'm going to quickly recap, okay, before I end the live. So basically, we talked about AJ Johnson from Friday, Ezel passing. Rest in peace to that brother and his family. Prayers are with them. He passed away lifeless in a store. So we talked about that. And Sis Tanya came up on the panel and recapped on R. Kelly. Basically, just she went over what's been going on in the courtroom as of Monday. The defense has now calling people to the stand. So basically, the people that are being called now are just like some of his character witnesses and things like that. So hopefully by Friday, we will know more. You know, they will come to a close on this so they can and free R. Kelly. We also talked about Nicki Minaj's tweet on Twitter, and she was banned, but then I've heard she's gotten her account back. But they did ban her on Twitter for saying that she needs to do more research, basically. So they were upset at her for saying she needs to do more research on a vaccine that has not yet been proven a lot of things. So yeah, we talked about that. And then last, we talked about the Haitians who are basically at the border of Del Rio, Texas, here in Texas. And they're trying to come here between Mexico and Texas, you guys, at the border right there. Now, the thing is, and what is disgusting everybody is because the Hispanics have been doing this for years, and no whips and horses and nothing been pulled out, you know, and hitting on them. All of a sudden, because the Haitians are there, now they're chasing them down with whips and stuff. It's uncalled for, and it's sad, and we're gonna have to pray for them, and something needs to be done about that. Okay, and yeah, so we talked about all that. We talked about some good stuff. Yeah. Good night. Good night. Good night, friend. Good night. Yes. Good night. Good night, everyone. Good night. Until next time, you guys, I will see you all on the next live. Yes.